And welcome to another edition of the Weekly Rant. Today I'm again joined by TheChudude and Baseballlover for like the 50th time. How are you guys doing?
Hi.
Do you guys realize we only have like 4 weeks? No, like 8 weeks until we've done the entire year? Like 52 episodes? These last 8 weeks, like when we get into December, what are we supposed to do? We're gonna start talking about cyclocross?
We have to end it in the Christmas calendar like it began.
Well, yeah, that's actually... No, we didn't start it in the Christmas calendar, did we?
That was the first technically.
No. It wasn't on a Sunday because I did those special videos back then.
No, it was like just a special thing. It was just you called it a rant. You were like the ranting with...
No, I'm pretty sure I called it the Weekly Rant. I didn't change the name. I'm pretty sure I stayed with it, but still, that's
Weekly Rant with 9-year-old.
That's very crazy though to have a show that runs the entire year. I've never had that before, so I'm really proud to see if we can pull that off now. But time to get into the topic. So the big topic this week has been Astana and how they continuously just don't control their riders, or maybe they do, but they're on dope. So a couple of weeks ago, Valentin and Maxim Iglinski both got caught for the use of APO, and now, what's this guy's name? He won the stage, he won the Tour d'Avenir, the Tour of the Future. What's his name again?
I can't say his name.
No, it was I believe some Kazakhstanian rider who was also doped, also used
22
EPO.
or 23 years old, yeah.
Yeah, he won the Avenir, Tour d'Avenir. So, now the big question is, so Astana, they withdrew from the Tour by Jing, right?
Yeah.
And now they also have to withdraw from a Tour of Down Under, like the Centre Tour Down Under. They have to withdraw from that too. But
Apparently.
if they get one more doping incident, they have to drop out of the World Tour. Do you think that's going to happen?
No.
Why not?
Because they just won't.
Because they don't want. Why?
Like they'll go with their little morals until it tells them they have to like disband, and then they'll just be like, nah.
The thing is, though, people have been calling for Vinokurov's head because people know his history, and I know honestly, so do we, and we all say, oh, it's Vinokurov, they gotta be doped. He's like the king of doping, but I mean,
there's nothing wrong with just being extremely doped. And actually, there is. Wait. I'm so confused.
You're the man bashing everybody for being dope. Now, there's nothing wrong in the 50th episode. The big surprise featuring Baseballlover.
Yeah, I believe that everyone should just be able to dope because it's their free rights as a human being.
First and last time you're going to hear that from you, Baseballlover. But honestly, what are they doing on that team?
Well, what's a big surprise is you'd think like doping is clearing up, but it really isn't. If it's someone 22 years old is doping, I mean, what's going on at where the pinnacle of the sport is? Like, if someone... We're talking about prize money last week. I mean, how much prize money is there from a 20-year-old in under 20?
Nothing.
Come on.
Nothing.
And we're talking about probably $40,000 a year. Less than that, maybe 20,000. Yeah. And how about the guys at the top of cycling, the guys winning Tour de France, and a guy who rides in the same team as the other two being caught? It's really suspicious. And then you got a guy in Vinokurov who, is known for doping, and then this all doesn't end well. And I'd be surprised if Astana is left standing. I've talked about before the show started that there's a good chance that their sponsorship might drop out. Vinokurov might still hold his place, but if you're a sponsor, you'd be losing a bit of money. It doesn't look good PR wise to have your team around negative PR. So that's
I just realized something as well. No. If Astana disbands, only Tinkoff is going to offer Nibali like €2 million just to buy him and just put him on the bench for the rest of the season to put him just to get rid of one of the competitors.
If Nibali actually does that, though,
well, for $2 million or euros, I'd go instantly. I mean, you're not going to get much more money unless you're on Team Sky in this.
But how much did he win for the Tour de France? Like,
not much. You have to share that.
Oh yeah.
But for the thing is, if you win the Tour de France, you might not get as much, but the money comes from sponsors. I mean, the amount of money from sponsors, like
also millions.
How many sponsors do you think that freaking Weekend's got?
Even even Rui Costa winning the World Championship, he was in front of heaps of magazines.
Eurosport commercials.
When you see the Merida bikes, it's just Rui Costa just at the front.
Yeah, and that's even in
it's
America,
legit.
like, you see that.
If any of you watch Eurosport, you know that one commercial with Rui Costa, like, I use Merida, support me aerodynamics and stuff like that.
Support me.
That commercial, they play it every single time together with the two of Azerbaijan in the preseason. That's hilarious. See, I don't know, have you guys ever watched any like pirated Eurosport streams?
No.
Well, I mean, I watch them from, like, cycling fans. Does that mean it's...
I guess it counts. But, like, when that happens, so, they have, like, the weirdest commercials. They have, like, come to Israel, vacation.
Yeah.
It's like, why? This is Europe. I mean, what the heck? We're not...
got to come to Israel.
Yeah. They also have the two of Azerbaijan commercials, and why? Just why? Like, that's just, they use a lot of money.
Every quality stage race, like the Tour of Azerbaijan, deserves...
a Eurosport commercial, yes, quality video right there, quality content right there. But I could see, like, if Astana disbands, I could see Nibali getting picked up by Team of Saxo Bank and then just not getting used at all, just to prove a point. I mean, he already tried to offer everybody like 1 million euros to go to all the 3 Grand Tours just to put him out of contention.
Do you think that's a good thing for sport? I know we talked about it as well, but wouldn't it be better to spend $1 million on like a development team? Or a female team.
It's not fun though. No.
Yeah, but Oleg Tinkov, he's a way that he is, and he just is this way. There's no way to explain him.
I actually think it's better with this 1 million challenge, a 1 million euro challenge, because the problem with the sport is it doesn't have enough outreach. Like, there's no money potential in the sport because nobody wants to watch it, no sponsors wants to get into it, so we need to bring the word out. And
we need McCade to change this.
And a challenge like this really puts the word out. I know, like, Sky News was posting this everywhere in Britain because, Chris Froome is going to have a challenger and stuff like that. And then
Oleg Tinkov said that the reporter was hot.
Yeah, and then he said, and then he tweeted that she was hot, which is...
Tweet of the week.
Bringing that back after 30 weeks of just forgetting it. Getting lazy. Yeah. I mean, Oleg Tinkov is a one-of-a-kind, and I know I was on the edge about him at the beginning of the season, but I've grown to love that man. He is everything this sport needs and deserves. I mean, he's so freaking funny. And if you know Bjarne Riis, it's like the complete opposite. Bjarne Riis is a very humble person, very quiet person. You got Oleg Tinkov, who owns a team, who's very, 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 very outspoken and not humble at all.
Yeah, you knew this team was like on the roller coaster. When at the start of the year, one of them said it was a Danish team, and the other one's like, no, this team's not Danish. It's like...
Yeah, remember when we covered that?
It's
been so long.
I miss my Danish team in the World Tour. It's still funny when Oleg Tinkov still gets mad on Twitter when people call it they call it Saxo Bank Tinkov. Team Saxo Bank. No, it's not. It's Tinkov. I own the team. Screw you guys. Like, he would literally get mad on Twitter because people would write Saxo Bank first.
Well, Slipstream owns the team, but it's now going to be Cannondale anyway.
So what's the real name for that team next year is going to be what?
It's going to be Cannondale. Literally, it's going to be called Cannondale Pro Cycling.
No, I thought it was called Garmindale.
No, they're not called Garmindale.
So Garmin is the big loser or what? Like, they're just...
Garmin pulled sponsorship.
Oh, they did?
Basically.
Aw. How are they going to find their way now?
No, they're still going to be a sponsor, like, on the shirt, but not like one of those like little logo sponsors.
Yeah. So speaking about that crappy team, a very crappy rider also switched from that, even though he said that he was going to stay on it. L.A. Viviani, one of the fan favorites on my channel, has decided to leave it anyway. I know, Baseball Lover, you were saying before, no, it can't be true because he signed a contract and stuff like that, but...
Well, he bailed.
Apparently, he skipped bail and he went to Sky, the place where every sprinter goes to die. Just ask Mark Cavendish, Ben Swift, Adam Blythe. Anyone that's ever been on that team, they all die. I mean... Also...
Oh my God.
There's been some discussion going around. Should a Sky gotten Colbrelli instead of Viviani? Like, there were two options. There was either Colbrelli, who got second in the Europe Tour, like the Pro Continental thingy-majig, or Viviani, who hasn't really done much. Who would you have gotten if you're owning a team?
That's really tough. Depends what type of stance you want to go to. If you want to go for more like hilly sort of classics, go for Cobrelli. But if you want a flat-out sprinter, go for Viviani. But if you look at Sky's roster, it's really strange. They got guys like Swift. Like, what are you going to try to do next Tour de France? Are you still going to go all out, or are you going to bring in the sprinter here? Are you going to send? Where would you send Viviani to? I'm thinking about the Giro. Probably the Giro. I mean,
Yeah.
Which GC contender do you send to the Giro then?
I don't know.
Enough to choose from.
Richie Port. You got Froome. I mean,
What did Richie
That's
do
really-
this year actually?
they really only have two leaders if you think about Port and Froome. I don't really see anyone else
Leopold
leading. I mean,
Koenig?
yeah,
Poles,
I don't.
Koenig, Roach.
Rogers?
Roach is definitely not gonna lead. Rogers
You know,
is he
just fifth in the
Sky next
Vuelta.
year?
You know, just fifth in the Vuelta. Just top 5 in the Grand Tour.
What'd you say, Chu?
Wait, is Mick Rogers at Sky next year?
It's highly suspected that he's
Yeah,
gonna
I heard
follow
about
Roach. Yeah. I mean, Roach we already knew when he posted that Twitter
Oh
picture.
yeah, he now.
Well, he's gone.
Yeah,
Henao is
not
gone
bad.
for the end of the season. Henao doesn't have a contract.
Wait, both of them?
No, the old one. Sebastian Henao is still there, but Sergio Henao is leaving at the end of the season.
Where'd
I-
he go?
Nowhere. He doesn't have a contract. I saw Cafe Roubaix. That's the one. The Twitter. That's a good Twitter if you want to follow for Pro Tour news. They tweeted out like, these are the top World Tour riders that doesn't have a contract for next season, and it's like, Sami Sanchez, Sergio
Chris Horner.
Henao, Chris Horner.
Where's Chris Horner going? Where do you
Nowhere.
reckon suits him?
Cannondale, like Garmin Cannondale,
No,
whatever it's
he's
called.
definitely not going there.
It would suit him because say he's got Tom Danielson. Like instead of them fighting for every single USA race, they
He's
just
already
go
he's
together.
already done the bold bald testicle look when he was with Leipheimer. It's
See.
kind of been done to death.
I don't know how Luis Leon Sanchez has got a contract, but Horner doesn't. I mean, you think Luis Leon
Horner
Sanchez
does
is
not
like more
have
of
a
a
contract. He's gone
Oh,
at the end
yeah.
of the season as well.
Sanchez? Luis
Samuel
Leon
Sanchez, and
I mean-
Horner both run out at the end of the season.
Luis Leon Sanchez. He's gonna be at Astana next year.
He's got more. He's a more versatile
More
rider though.
dopers.
No,
More
I would
dopers.
also sign Luis Leon before I would sign Chris Horner. I mean,
Oh.
Luis Leon Sanchez is such a versatile rider. He used to be such a versatile rider when he was on dope. I mean,
When I was on dope, I was pretty versatile too.
do you guys remember Jose Ivan Gutierrez from Movistar, the time trialist?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I miss him. That's back in like 2011 in PCM where I
Isn't
would
he still like riding though? Just like
yeah. He just doesn't do anything. But I remember him
Yeah,
having
cool.
81
Oh,
time
no.
trial.
yeah.
It was good days. That was actually I once had a Movistar career. That was fun. They were called Kazakhstan back then. That was fun. That's good days. I miss the old PCMs. Like today's, we're too involved in the scene. Like back in the days, I'd just have a few favorite riders and I'd ride every single stage with them, like Fast does with Verstappen. But I mean, now we know too much and we're too clever for this game. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's honestly I was talking about this in my student hyper special that once the aura is gone and like that awesomeness of like wow I'm in a race and then you like realize it's just a game and how many flaws there are and you know exactly where they are and what's gonna happen. It like what it makes the game so much worse.
yeah, but I mean, there's like people that bash in this game like us need to realize that with the money available and the staff available, they do their best. I mean, it's not like they try to like crash the game every year.
I know they don't try. Yeah.
But we were there. Seemed like pretty chill people, but to be honest, they don't have any help. I mean, there's 6 guys working on it. 3 of them are making stages. 1 of them is drinking coffee, and 2 others, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, I feel sorry for Oil for working at that company. It's gotta be tough.
I wish they would just take like 1 year where they literally don't do anything except make the AI good.
I asked Oilfor what are the chances that he would ask the community to do the stages instead, because there are plenty of smart map makers out there or like stage makers out
Oh yeah,
there.
but he said no.
But he's like, no, we wouldn't give that such a big part of the game out to somebody random in the community. Plus, then we would have to pay them. Well, I'm sure they could do it for free. No, people don't do anything for
they
free these
do.
days.
I mean, they make twice as many stages in the first PCM Daily DB of the year than they have.
That also took a while though.
Yeah, but he also talked about that he didn't want to demand stages from like the public and say like I want it on this time on this day.
Give them a
Just-
timeline. He didn't feel too confident about that. I mean, I can see where he's coming from though, but at some point you have to make the step and ask for help because it's not going anywhere.
Because if you are so binded by these stages that you can't change the AI, because that needs to be fixed,
Yeah,
then the stages have to be outsourced.
that's true though. But I mean, if it's such a big deal to make the stages every year, I mean, it just feels dumb. I know they want the stages, but they already have a few contacts in the different communities. Like all four knows like a certain amount of people in the like French community in Daily, in Italy, in Spain. If you could just reach out to the best of the best and ask them for help, if they would do, I'm sure they would do it for free, honestly. So
They would. Of
and
course they would.
it would free up a lot of manpower in Cyanide, but once again, it's not a good business plan to rely on somebody you're not paying, so you can't fire them if they're doing a crap job. I mean, also you never know if anybody's gonna sabotage you. I mean, what if Dark Shift Studios had like a mole inside Cyanide and them putting in all the crashes? Speaking about Dark Shift Studios, what do you guys expect out of that game, Cycling Manager Evolved?
I
don't
don't
know.
expect too much
I
straight
don't
away.
know. I'm kind of in the place I was, 6 months ago, and maybe that's not exactly a good thing.
Why didn't they release anything, by the way? Like they
They
published
have
their
a website forums now.
Yeah, but they didn't really release pictures or anything. I mean, the images on there are like old images, as far as I
Yeah.
understand.
They're from like the prototype database they built on like '05 PCM or something.
Yeah, why are they sharing that? That's dumb.
Yeah.
Unless that's
It's-
actually the real gameplay.
No.
It's really easy to put out pictures and that until the game really comes out. I don't really worry about it too much. It's like NBA Live. I mean, they put out all these beautiful pictures.
All these trailers.
NBA Live's
And this
one of
game
the
is
best
broken.
games of this generation. NBA Live 14 was my most played
The
PS4
game that never happened. NBA Live. How many times have they canceled that game after making so many trailers?
in NBA Live like '03. It was a very good game. That was 12 years ago though.
That's a long time ago. That's back when 2K sucked. Were they even around back then? I don't believe so.
Yeah, they were really small though. They were run by Sega.
Yeah, it was good times. But I mean, I'm kind of interested to see how they're gonna marketing their game though, because they don't have a, or like they don't have focus. They don't have like an upper division that makes all the marketing for you. So I'm really interested to see how they're gonna market their game. Are they gonna contact YouTubers like us? Are they gonna try to do their own marketing?
If they contact me, because I would totally take a free copy. If they want, if you're watching this, I will totally take one. I
They're
will not
watching
reject.
this. They're not watching this. They're too busy on their own. But I mean, to sell a game, you need marketing. The only reason PCM is selling is because of the trailers at the Tour de France. People are like, oh, that looks legit. I'm gonna try and buy that because like the Tour de France is on, all that stuff. I mean, so I want to see because I'm sure they cannot afford to put trailers like that on TV.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough actually selling the game.
Well, the thing they do have marketing wise is PCM Daily.
But that's not that game. That side is
nothing.
falling apart.
It's falling up. It was falling apart because of Admir, in my opinion.
There are so many reasons that the side is falling apart, and you can't only blame one guy.
I blame Admir.
See, I
And
blame
I'm glad
every single.
that he is permabanned.
I blame every single admin, moderator, side owner, guy that ever posted on PCM Daily. Their mentality on PCM Daily is just bad. Don't ever go on Daily and expect something good out of them. Just a bunch of small kids yelling at each other, thinking they all run the world. Look at Baseball Lover. Just kidding.
Hey, just because I am a small kid thinking I run the world on the internet doesn't mean that I would not like a free copy of Dark Studios game. And I will still accept it even though I am a small child.
Oh, this is fun. It's so funny when we have nothing to talk about in the regular ad and we just start firing.
Well, guys, if you like this, the next 2.5 months
Gotta
are
be great.
exactly like this.
Well, no. Next week we have the Tour de France
Next
to
week
talk
we're doing-
about.
Yeah, we're doing transfer review
Also the
and
Tour
the
de
Tour de
France.
France route.
And then, in case of Astana messing up a bit more and getting some more doping issues, then we can talk about that.
Yeah, and then the week after we'll probably have Astana withdrawing from the World Tour.
The week after that, Vinokurov caught distributing.
Week after that, Vinokurov shot by Oleg Tinkov.
The week after that, Tinkov buys out Astana guy. It's gonna become Tinkov Astana guy. That'd be dumb. Oh my god, if that actually happened, like Fire's career.
Let's talk about Beijing.
What a disappointment.
Yeah, let's talk about Beijing.
What is there to talk about? What a crappy race.
One
stage
team
3. Let's
What
talk
about?
about stage 3.
So, stage 3 was, the one they, No, that's stage 2. Stage 2 was the one they cut off, wasn't it? One of the stages
No,
they,
we're gonna talk about stage 3.
Well, no, I'm trying to avoid stage 3. For
Well,
obvious reasons.
We do want to talk about stage 3.
Didn't we just talk about stage 3 last week?
No.
I feel like we discussed, stage 3 last week.
No, we discussed Dan Martin winning Lombardia.
I feel
It's been a very good week for me.
Damn, you're on a roll then. What happened in stage 3 in Beijing then?
Okay, Farah won. Tyler Farah, who hasn't won a World Tour race since the Tour 2011, won. And here's the cool thing about it. He didn't win it because he got an awesome lead out from Tor Hushovd and managed to just stay in front of everyone. He was legit like 10 riders back, and he just like plows through them and takes.
I remember this stage.
This was
Caleb Ewan
crazy.
has a lead out, jumps too early and just dies. He
And
was
then
leading for
everyone
like the
passes
last,
him.
from like 500 meters to like 100 meters. He was in the front, and then like the whole peloton just passes him.
Rookie
But
mistakes.
Tyler Farah, like the fact that Luka Mezgec got like a lead out, and he was like there too, and then everyone was there that should have been there, and freaking Tyler Farah wins it. Farah
I thought
actually out sprinted people, like went faster than them by a lot, like that.
yeah.
It was
Wait.
like a throwback. It was like
Wait.
Throwback Thursday.
Who's promoting, by the way, to the World Tour next year?
What do you mean?
Which teams are promoting? Is MGM Quebec promoting for the next season?
No.
No.
So that means that Tyler Farrar is going to be down in the Pro Tour winning a bunch of stages.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't necessarily think so. He might work as a helper to like the million other sprinters. they
Theo
got.
Boss, Matthew Goss, Eva Bosenhagen, Joel Siolek.
The thing is, all these sprinters they got, they're on like 1 year contracts, so they're all going to be. They might not work too well together. They
Why
might
would you
fight.
sign them for more than one season anyway?
Yeah,
Well, when
yeah,
Farrell
just sign
goes
them off for
back
1
to
year and
Garmin,
see which one
End of
does well.
next season.
How do you... Okay, on Pro Cycling Stats, how do I see... Oh, there, never mind, teams. So, where is... Trying to find the Europe Tour. So, teams in Europe... No, this is bad. Oh, actually, no, Magnus Kort finished 4th in the... Like, in the overall continental thingy.
Yeah.
And David Rebellin, the dope bastard, finished 3rd.
David Rebellin won Giro dell'Emilia.
Yeah, that's the reason he jumped up and beat Magnus Kort, because Magnus Kort hasn't won anything
Nice.
because he's now at Orca Green Edge. He's actually there now.
Here's the cool thing. David Rebellin said a few months ago that he is making his comeback to the World Tour next year, and he's going to go for the Ardennes.
Okay, so I'm watching. Who is promoting? I Am Cycling is promoting, it looks like. And Cofidis?
No.
Is Cofidis already in the Pro Tour?
No, not this year.
No. I heard that they were just going to give out extra wild cards next year, and that it was going to be
Yeah, like they have issues because Garming is disappearing. No, Belkin's not disappearing.
excuse me, Cannondale's disappearing,
Well, one of the teams are disappearing.
and then giving their sponsor to Garmin, who are now going by that name.
Okay, I read like an inner ring, like the website article, on like they're only gonna have like 17 pro teams and then up there next season. Like normally you have 18 teams and 4 wildcards or something like that, or 2 wildcards, but now they're only gonna have 17 teams and like 3 wildcards. So, okay, Make Fun of Quickstep wins overall rankings apparently.
Not
You know what they
surprised.
should have?
Where
They should have less World Tour teams.
can't-
I mean, you
No,
don't really
Movistar
need
wins
that
it.
many and have.
apparently
more-
One World Tour team,
Wild cards.
Garmin.
wait.
Everyone else has to get wild cards.
Okay, where do you guys go to watch the UCI rankings? Because Pro Cycling Stats is not a good option.
CQ.
CQ ranking? Let's go there instead. Because I was at Pro Cycling Stats and I couldn't figure it out. So Valverde wins the overall in front of Contador. Contador actually got the Velador prize as the best rider this year, which bit surprising, because was he really the best rider this year?
I think
Yes,
that
he
Dan the
was.
man was.
Well, you are also very, very
Well, if you look at
biased.
this year, Valverde was super
I am
consistent.
extremely biased.
Valverde had 11 wins, 10 second places, and 7 third places. That's a lot. I mean, he got a stage win. He won Fletch. He was super consistent in Ardennes. Did well at the Tour. Did well at the Vuelta as well. So he got, he stacked it up on the points. I'm looking here. The most stage wins throughout the whole year was Greipel. Won 16 stages.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been bashing that guy the entire season. Did he win? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he won the most stages.
I didn't like the entire season. I've been saying Andrew Greipel sucks. He's getting out of date. He's not good. And then he turns up and wins the most amount of races.
Yeah, he's
Well, let's be clear. He did not win the most amount of like Grand Tour stages. He was winning like the Aussie Classics and stuff.
Well,
won,
in 8th
the-
place there's a
the-
Dane.
There's Luxembourg. He won the stage at the Tour. There's ZLM
Wait,
GP.
Oh, the Stairs
No,
CLM
we're not
Tour?
going to talk about the Stairs ELM Tour where Farah finished second every stage.
He actually, like, Greipel won a Tour de France stage, if that counts.
Yeah, he won the one that.
Ronde van België. I'm so looking forward to the what are they called, Cobblestone Classics next season. So looking forward to that. That's probably like this year was the first time I ever watched it. Next year's gonna be so epic. Now I know what to look out for.
What happens next year? Like, is Cancellara still gonna be this beasting and
Okay,
feasting?
Ju, you're like the prophet. Like, you predicted that Terpstar was gonna win the Paris-Roubaix and Sagan was gonna win the green jersey. Which bets are you making for the next season?
Oh my god, it was so early, and I don't even know like who's even going. Like, I'm really interested to see how Cancellara really goes now, because he's getting older and it opens up the doors to guys like Degenkolb, Christoph, the more like prototype guys. We've seen Christoph do super well in Ronde van Vlaanderen, Flanders last couple of years. He could really be the guy. Stieber, I don't think will do much.
He broke his collarbone, by the way.
Yeah, he just crashed that.
He no longer
across
has
there.
a face, also.
It looked like it hurt.
And then you got Van Marcus. Deserves a win sometime. He really does. How many second
It
places?
sucks. I mean, also, like, it sucks for him that Theo Boss, Last Boom won a Cobblestone stage before he did this year.
If you think about it, okay? Think about this.
I'm thinking.
He got second places. Well, if you want to talk about second places, look at Valverde, and he won the World Tour. So
Well, Valverde got second places in GT though and stuff like that.
Well,
didn't he?
do you know who got the most second places this year? It was Degenkolb, 16. That's a
What?
lot.
Where do you see that at?
Pro cycling stats.
Oh, screw
well,
for second stats.
it's not a major surprise to me because I mean he's always in the mix, but he doesn't win that much. However, I think if you looked at the most fourth places, you'd see a certain rider, and it's not Rojas; it's his prodigy.
Ferrar? Lobato?
No, it's Ferrar. You're
Okay,
right.
it's Ferrar. Okay, but I'm looking at the overall team standings. Alright, so if they're gonna take 3 teams in next year, it's gonna be IM Cycling, Cofidis, and Vanti Group Gobert.
Yeah.
I don't think Vanti's
They're not
gonna say
taking
yes.
They're definitely not taking 3 though.
What
I
else?
think
What else are they
IM
gonna do then?
Cycling-
Are they gonna be stuck with 19 teams?
They should lower it, really. There's not enough depth in the
They only
teams.
ever have 18, don't they?
No, they have 20, don't they? No, they have 18. They have 18 apparently.
18, yeah.
So 2 teams. No,
Only
because no. Wait, Cannondale is no. Actually, it fits because Cannondale is gonna relegate no matter what. So they're just disappearing. Wait, no. Wait. So you say no. You say Garming Sharp becomes Cannondale.
Yes.
Cannondale becomes Garmin.
Then they should technically get relegated
No,
because
no.
Cannondale is the second last team.
No, that doesn't count. Literally, it's Garmin is just taking Cannondale as their sponsor.
I think
Yeah.
we'll also got to remember that the
That
UCI
team
doesn't give a crap
is
as well.
defunct. That team no longer exists.
If there is a big team, like big names in the team, they're just going to automatically put them into World Tour regardless.
Like what happened with Contador
Yeah.
and King of Saxe Bank when they were gonna relegate because they did nothing for the entire season.
Hey, that's all right.
Wait,
Sometimes.
alright, so your current Canada gone, I am cycling Cofidis in, it seems like, if I understand this correctly.
No, people don't relegate like in PCM.
They don't? Yeah, they
No.
do.
Sometimes.
Yeah, they don't.
Cofidis was
not
a Pro
like-
Tour team.
No,
At one point?
they weren't. Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, they relegated, because now they're
Well, no,
professional.
you can relegate, but it's not like 2 every year type thing.
Oh, screw you, PCM, you're fucking with my mind. We just got done recording the first season of Double Trouble. You're screwing with us, PCM.
I just want to say, since we're probably not going to talk about it, Dan Martin has just had a great late season form and a wonderful ride at Beijing. Couldn't pull it out. Also, Farah, we talked about him, so it's been one of my favorite weeks in cycling. So I just want to put that out there.
One of your favorite weeks. You're in the off season, nobody gives a crap, and you're like, "It's my favorite week," because all my riders sitting there normally doesn't do anything. It's good. Yes. It's funny. It's funny. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we hang it up, guys?
That's good.
I'm actually the one dealing the drugs to Vinokurov. But don't tell anyone.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Baseball Lover, the distributor of drugs. Go call the police. See you guys next week.